comes Gene Shippey, loaded for bear in the 0-0. Holy cow, hang on. We take him 3 wide, and Gene Shippey gets whacked. Hang on, Gene. Whoa. And the 0-0 gets back to 6 after getting clocked by the 33 of George Jalbert. Down the backstretch they go. Rick Lambert holding on the lead. William Salo, Joe Lanou, your top 3. Nick Taylor fourth, a battle for the lead as William Salo cuts to the inside, and out comes the yellow. Out comes the yellows, the 48 of Kirby Hazen, one of our normal fast runners here at the Speedway. Slowly comes to a stop off of turns 1 and 2. And Wicks filters as we look for the restart of lap number 3. Off of turn 4 they come, and out comes the green. Rick Lamb, holy cow, the 09 drop kicked, and into the wall goes the number 09 of Nick Taylor. He backs it in, tries to fire it up, sitting in the infield, the number 13 of Larry Nielsen. And out comes the yellow. Okay, off of turn 4 they come. The green flag comes out. Rick Lambert, car number 94, holding on the lead. William Salo trying off the outside with the Chevy Cavalier. Down the backstretch they go. Nose to nose, tail to tail. George Jalbert, car number 33, in the waiting for a mistake from Rick Lambert. And look at number 4, William Salo, as Rick Lambert bobbled, and William Salo takes over the lead. It's William Salo, your new leader. Rick Lambert fighting a loose Pinot number 94, holding on to second. George Jalbert right there, putting the pressure on Rick Lambert. Lambert goes high. George Jalbert comes down low. The number 58 spins off of turn number 4. Keeps it fired up. The 58 driven by Stuart Fletcher. Down the backstretch into turn 3. William Salo, George Jalbert, Rick Lambert, Joe Lanou, John Crawford, and Gene Shippey, your top 6 cars, as Gene Shippey now tips the number 00 as April May Gelano saw the 58 loop into the infield. She says, that looks like fun. I'm going to do it too. William Salo holding on to the lead. George Jalbert second, a distant third. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars now battling for third. Rick Lambert, Joe Lanou, John Crawford, and Gene Shippey, and out comes the yellow flag. Out comes the yellow flag for April May Gelano's number 76. Near you with 32 convenient locations. As we look to restart lap number 7. George Jalbert has the ponies fired up on the number 33 BMW. He drifts up high. William Salo comes back, but a full head of steam takes the 33 of George Jalbert to the lead. Now he drifts up high, fights to hold on the lead, and does just that. It's George Jalbert, William Salo, up back to third. 4 cars as the 94, Rick Lambert, now gets challenged to the inside by John Crawford's number 85 Saab. Gene Shippey now up to 5th. After earlier getting drop kicked by one of the other race cars. Gene Shippey now up to 4th in the 0-0. A nice run by that lady driver. Gene Shippey up to 4th, car number 0-0. The top car, George Jalbert, William Salo second. Your third place car, John Crawford in the 85. The white flag flies, 1 to go. 1 lap. Less than that now. George Jalbert, William Salo, and John Crawford, your top 3. Gene Shippey, Joe Lanou, and the fight now for the last qualifying position, the 6th spot. But your winner, the checkers fly, it's George Jalbert. Divisions, it's 10 laps, 6 cars to qualify. Car number 16, Chris Cannon, brings the field along with Henry Tutt down off of turn 4, and out comes the green. Everybody's taking a nap. Chris Cannon wakes up and says, I guess we ought to go. It's green flag. So does Henry Tutt off the outside. Henry Tutt with the R's up off the outside, takes over the lead. It's Henry Tutt, car number 55, your leader. Chris Cannon back to second. Then comes Ron Gobin, the 25. Along on the outside, the number 40 of Terry Sawyer. Terry Sawyer on the outside, trying to take away third, but loses a position to the 34 of Gordon Cowdery. As we take them 3 wide into turns number 3 and 4, Chris Stanhope causes a lot of problem with the number 2, goes to the inside and takes over 4th. Car number 34 apparently has a flat tire. Gordon Cowdery slows way up as Henry Tutt holds on the lead. Car number 55, Chris Camden second. Then comes the 25 car of Ron Gobin Jr. Chris Stanhope fourth, and the number 2, the number 7 of Jason Ash running 5th, followed by Paul LaFon. Jason Nutt in the right rear tire for the 34 of Gordon Cowdery getting the black flag. Battle now for second. There's 4 cars as Ron Gobin Jr. car number 25 goes to the inside. Following through in the inside, the Jason Ash car number 7 as Chris Stanhope now takes the 2 to the outside. The Ford Mustang now percolating off the outside as he takes it 3 wide into turns number 1 and 2. The number 7, Jason Ash, takes advantage and slips through for second off the inside. Your third place car, Ron Gobin Jr., followed by Chris Stanhope and the number 16 of Chris Camden. Henry Tutt taking advantage of all the battling for second, now stretching out his lead, but looks like the number 7 of Jason Ash now starts to reel him in as Jason Hutton loops the number 31 Pinto off of turn number 2 and sits there waiting for nose job. Sees the yellow and fires it up mysteriously. It's funny how those starters work so much better. Double up, triple up, quadruple up, quintuple up. What's 6? Oh well, 5's enough. Okay, Henry Tutt, car number 55, takes the field off of turn number 4, and out comes the green. Jason Ash challenging off the outside with the Volkswagen Scirocco, the Toyota of Henry Tutt on the inside, and then comes the Ford Mustang, the number 2 of Chris Stanhope. I'm knocking on the door off of turn 4. Jason Ash, your new leader. Henry Tutt on the outside as Chris Stanhope continues to ramble on the outside with the number 2 Mustang. Now taking over second. A drop kick back to third goes Henry Tutt as the number 22X of Larry Shippey gets to the inside. Almost loses it and goes back to position. The battle now for 5th. The 47 of Paul LaFon, the 22X of Larry Shippey, the 24X of Kirk Broughton, the number 40 of Terry Sawyer. The white flag flies. 1 to go. 1 to go. Larry Shippey Jr. tips the 22X to the outside. Down the backstretch, it's all Jason Ash, car number 7, followed by Chris Stanhope's number 2. The checkers are flying, and your winner, it's Jason Ash. Or 72 rather, Charlie Wheeler. Then comes Monica Rook, another one of our lady drivers, car number 21, Greg Sargent, the 1X. The 6 of Wayne Eldridge will catch the rest. The green flag flies, and Gary Dimmick takes over the lead early as Lee Lamont's Pinto stalls a little bit on the home stretch. It's Gary Dimmick now tipping to the outside, taking second from Lee Lamont. That's the 21 of Monica Rook. A slide for life, car number 12. He keeps it under power. That's Randy Benson. The battle for the lead is Monica Rook. Gets to the inside, car number 21. Going back all the way to third, your early leader is Gary Dimmick as your second place car. Now becomes the number 6 of Wayne Eldridge, following through in the outside for third, the number 44 of Beef Alexander. Those are your top 3. 1, 2, 3 cars now battling for fourth. Greg Sargent on the inside, sneaks out, comes out fourth. Then comes Gary Dimmick in car number 72 of Charlie Wheeler, the 32, Danny Weld. Car number 99, Chip Young, the 60 of Lee Lamont, and the 12 of Randy Benson. Eyes back up front. We have a three-car battle for the lead as Monica Rook, the lady driver in the Ford Mustang, holds the lead, trying to take it away from her. Car number 6, it's Wayne Eldridge as Monica drifts up high. Wayne Eldridge tries to take advantage and does to the inside. It's Wayne Eldridge now getting up to the front quarter panel, the number 21. Down the back stretch they go. Monica Rook, Wayne Eldridge, Monica Rook, Beef Alexander right there along with Greg Sargent. An exciting four-car battle for the lead. A 5 down, 5 to go. Holy cow, action all over the track. Look at Greg Sargent, car number 1X. The sparks fly as he makes contact with a 44 of Beef Alexander. Greg Sargent now takes over third. Back to fourth goes Beef Alexander. Wayne Eldridge holding on to the lead. Monica Rook second, car number 21. Greg Sargent, Beef Alexander. And a big, big gap, 25, 30 car lengths. Danny Weld, fifth, car number 32. Charlie Wheeler, sixth of the number 72, followed by the 99 of Chip Young, the 24 of Gary Dimmick, Randy Benson, the 12, Lee Lamont, car number 60. As contact is made, back up front between Greg Sargent's 1X and the 44 of Beef Alexander. They all keep rolling. Beef Alexander lost 4 or 5 positions in the swell of paint. 8 laps down, 2 to go, 2 to go. Greg Sargent, the 1X, now gets to the inside of Monica Rook. Monica Rook having trouble holding the 21 Mustang down in the lower groove. The white flag flies, 1 to go. Wayne Eldridge, Greg Sargent, Monica Rook, Beef Alexander, your top 4 cars down the backstretch. Go your leaders. Into turn 3, now out of turn 4. The checkers are flying, and your winner is the number 6, Wayne Eldridge. ABC Motor Street Stocks now up. We'll catch the drivers as the green flag is out. Doug Marsh, car number 7, takes the early lead. Running second, the number 34 car of Scott Chute. Sandy Gilbert, car number 27, our only lady driver in the ABC Motor Street Stocks. Running third on the outside, being challenged on the inside by the 69 of Ken Thompson. Right there, the 47 of Mike Benson, followed by the 19 of Randy Hook. Car number 17 of David Anthony. The number 51 X car of Buster Canary. Car number 11, McGee Sykes, and the number 28. A new car tonight, Mike Richardson Jr. The battle now for second. Sandy Gilbert on the outside. Car number 27 takes over that position from the number 34 car of Scott Chute. Now down the home stretch they come as Mike Benson hustles the number 47 to the inside, trying to take second away from Sandy Gilbert. Down the back stretch they go. The battle for second. Mike Benson on the inside, Sandy Gilbert on the outside. Your big leader right now, car number 7 of Doug Marsh. Mike Benson now goes to second. Drop kick back to third goes Sandy Gilbert. Now we have 4 cars battling for fourth. The 34 of Scott Chute, Randy Hook of the 19, Ken Thompson, car number 69, and the 17 of David Anthony. Halfway, 5 down, 5 to go. Halfway. David Anthony now moves the number 17 to the inside, takes over fifth as the 19 of Randy Hook and the 69 of Ken Thompson momentarily came together. Everybody straightened out and keeps on a running. Mike Benson now challenges your lead car. It's Mike Benson tucking the number 47 down low. The 47 of Mike Benson holding the inside groove and takes over the lead. Mike Benson, your new leader, car number 47. Back to second goes Doug Marsh and the number 7, Sandy Gilbert. Continues to run a nice third. A distant fourth is David Anthony. Off of turn 4 they come. It's 8 laps down, 2 to go. 2 to go. Mike Benson in the 47, a good handling car, holding on to the lead. Doug Marsh is second in the 7. The white flag comes out, 1 lap to go in 10-lap heat. turn 2, Mike Benson cruising down the backstretch. Number 34 now starts to smoke. That's Scott Chute. That's your winner. In the number 47, it's Mike Benson. 6 cars to qualify. Dan Damaris in the number 85 takes the field off of turn number 4, and out comes the green. Down the backstretch they go. It's Dan Damaris, car number 85, holding on the lead, running second to 71 of Ed LaQuire, and out comes the yellow flag. Jimmy Zulo, car number 10, going to pit road. Let's see if they're good boys or bad boys. They look like they're going to be good boys. Off of turn 4, and out comes the green. Dan Damaris holding the point off the inside. On the outside, Ed LaQuire, car number 71. Being challenged on the inside by the number 6 of Brian Bell. Dave Davis from number 20 looking for racing room. Up to 5th comes the number 2 of Jeff Accavallo, followed by Sean Graham, car number 3. And the number 50 car of Eric Chute. Down the backstretch they go. A 3-car battle for second as Dan Damaris, car number 85, tries to check out on the field. Ryan Bell pushes up high. Dave Davis, car number 20, takes advantage, gets to the inside. The sparks fly, but the number 20 now takes over second. Back to third goes Ryan Bell's car number 6. Ed LaQuire 4th. Eric Chute, car number 50. Up to 5th, Jeff Accavallo, Sean Graham, the number 61X of Bill Wentworth, and the 91 of Robert Hager. The number 6 car, Ryan Bell, briefly up into the Claremont cushion, now down low, having handling problems galore with the number 6. Eric Chute now gets to the inside, takes over 4th with the number 50 car. As Dave Davis in the number 20 starts to reel in your leader. Jeff Accavallo, car number 2, gets into the number 3 car, Sean Graham. Sean Graham now goes to the outside with the number 3 Camaro. Jeff Accavallo holding on to that position. On the bubble is the number 2 of Accavallo, as it's 6 cars that qualify. Dave Davis right there on the 85, putting the pressure on Dan Damaris. Dan Damaris pushes up high. Dave Davis tries to get to the inside. Damaris closes the door. Down the backstretch they go. Dave Davis now goes to the outside. A huge lead over the 3rd place car. He's got nothing to lose. He'll try it off the outside. It's 2 laps to go. It's Dave Davis, a rim riding on the outside. Dan Damaris protecting the inside group. It's Dave Davis, Dan Damaris, Dan Damaris, Dave Davis. Dave Davis pushes up high. The white flag flies. 1 to go. Sean Graham, car number 3, goes up pit side with a mechanical problem. A battle for the lead. Dave Davis on the outside, now inches ahead. Dan Damaris comes back again on the inside. Who's it gonna be? Accavallo. 3rd qualifying heat race for the ABC Motor Street Stocks. On the point, driving car number 37, Rodney Dorr. On the outside of Rodney, in the number 29 from Croydon, that's Aaron Fellows. Starting 3rd, inside 2nd row, the number 72 of Mark Pellerin. 4th, car number 60, that's Scott Ovitt. Starting 5th, inside 3rd row, that's Larry Riendo. To the outside of Larry, Dennis Greenwood, car number 73, the number 5, Russ Davis, the number 38 car of Rick Chambers, car number 83, Bruce Chesley, and the number 92 car of Stuart LeClaire. Okay, the green is out and taking the lead on the inside. That's the number 37 of Rodney Dorr. But right there off the outside in the coil car, in the number 29, that's Aaron Fellows. Wheel to wheel into 1 and 2. We take them 2 wide as Rodney Dorr now starts to inch ahead. Aaron Fellows second. Car number 29, 3 wide for third. Larry Riendo on the inside takes over third. Scott Ovett, the short end of the 6th, now goes from third back to 7th. Back to the front, or for second right now, Larry Riendo, car number 4, battling for second off the inside. It's Larry Riendo in the 4 on the inside. Aaron Fellows trying to hold off to number 2 position with the number 29. Rodney Dorr in the 37 continues to hold on the lead. Aaron Fellows bobbles, car number 29, and taking over second, that's Larry Riendo. Car number 4, Dennis Greenwood off the inside, follows through to take over third. Back to fourth goes Aaron Fellows. Russ Davis, car number 5, now in the 5th position. Then comes the number 38, driven tonight by Alan Adams. Alan Adams, car number 38, up to 6th. Mark Peller in 7th. Scott Ovett, Stuart LeClaire, and the 83 of Bruce Chesley. Halfway, Larry Riendo off the inside, now gets underneath the number 37 as we go for the lead. Larry Riendo holds the inside groove and takes over the lead. Back to second, it's Rodney Dorr as Dennis Greenwood tries to use the inside groove to take over second. Down the backstretch, the battle for second. Dennis Greenwood and Rodney Dorr. But Dennis Greenwood now gets that position. Back to third goes Rodney Dorr. Then comes Aaron Fellows as Radical Russ, car number 5, now goes to the inside of Aaron Fellows as we have 3 cars battling for 4th. Larry Riendo holding on the lead. It's 8 down, 2 to go. Larry Riendo, car number 4, a small, slim advantage over Dennis Greenwood's number 73. As Russ Davis tries to get underneath the 37 of Rodney Dorr, but the battle for the lead with 1 to go. Dennis Greenwood underneath the number 4. Who's it going to be? Dennis Greenwood gets loose. Larry Riendo comes back strong on the outside. It's Larry Riendo. A drop kick from the number 73. Uh-oh. One of our rookies, the 1 New Hampshire, last year's champion, Rob Goodenough, and the 14 of Mike Smith. 6 cars to qualify. Scott Patnode and Gary Spaulding side by side. Scott Patnode now takes the lead off a bobble by Gary Spaulding. It's Scott Patnode. Matt Wade second on the inside, now challenging for third. Dave Arsenal. Scott Patnode goes into turn 4 too hot and goes all the way back to third position. Your new leader, the number 9 of Matt Wade. Second, the 81 mass of Dave Arsenal. Car number 29, Scott Patnode, gets up high once again, taking over third. That's the number 50 car of Corey Patton on the inside, challenging for 4th. Bucky Demers, car number 26. Back to 5th goes Scott Patnode in the 29. Now goes up high again as he continues to have trouble with turn number 4. It's Gary Spaulding in the 86, now taking over 5th. The battle for third, Bucky Demers on the inside. Corey Patton on the outside. Bucky Demers, your new third place car. Back to 4th goes Corey Patton, number 50, followed by the number 86 of Gary Spaulding. Now up to qualifying position off the inside in 6th. That's Rob Goodenough in the 1 New Hampshire. Up 5 down, 5 to go. As the 26 of Bucky Demers momentarily bobbles, holds on to third. Down the backstretch, Matt Wade, Dave Arsenal as Matt Wade now tries to pussyfoot through turns number 3 and 4. It's Matt Wade holding on the lead, car number 9. Dave Arsenal in the 81. Bucky Demers now closes in. We're going to have a 3-car battle for the lead. Matt Wade, Dave Arsenal, Bucky Demers, your top 3, followed by Corey Patton, Rob Goodenough, Gary Spaulding, Scott Patnode, Dennis Bergeron, and the 14 of Mike Smith. Into into 3 and 4. Matt Waite comes out off of 4. He feathers the throttle, holds on the lead. 2 to go, 2 to go. Bucky Demers now gets underneath the rear quarter of, oh my goodness, and around goes Dave Arsenal, and he just misses the light stanchion. The white flag flies as Bucky Demers gets an early exit. Down the back stretch they go. It's all number 9, Matt Waite. Off of turn 4, he pushes up high, your winner, Matt Waite. Positions as Kevin Brooks and Brian Baker take the field into 3 and 4, looking for the green flag. Brian Baker gets the jump off the outside. Mark Hayward also on the outside, taking over second. As we try to take them 3 wide, and it doesn't work in the pro stocks. And you saw what happened. Brian Baker and Mark Hayward side by side looking for the green off of turn number 4, and out it comes. Brian Baker holding on the point as the number 17 of Jim Morgan almost takes it around. He keeps it under power, and we keep under the green. It's Brian Baker in the 11. Todd Patnoe in the 24 on the outside. In the number 21, Mark Hayward looking for racing room. That's the number 76 car of Peter Daniels. Right there in the 15 of Mark McClay going up high. Car number 21 of Mark Hayward. Taking advantage of that miscue is the 76 of Peter Daniels. Mark Hayward now hung out to dry as Todd Patnoe in the number 24 sneaks underneath the number 11 of Brian Baker. A side-by-side down the home stretch. It's now Todd Patnoe as it's now Brian Baker's turn to be hung out to dry. Down the back stretch they go. Peter Daniels to the inside, takes over second. Brian Baker back to third. Car number 11 as Mark McClay in the 15 also tries to go through on the inside along with Mark Hayward, the number 21. Holy cow, from first back to fifth goes the number 11 of Brian Baker. Todd Patnoe in the number 24, 2-3 car lengths over the number 76 of Peter Daniels. A big gap back to third, Mark McClay and Mark Hayward. Brian Baker fifth, Kevin Brooks sixth, running last the number 17 of Jim Morgan. Peter Daniels, car number 76, now starts to reel in the number 24 of Todd Patnoe. Peter Daniels gets loose, has to get out of the gas. Off of turn 4, come your 2 lead cars, 2 laps to go. A battle now for third position as Mark Hayward tries to take it away from Mark McClay. The white flag flies, 1 to go. Peter Daniels has 1 more lap to try to take it away from Todd Patnoe. He gets to the inside of Patnoe. This is going to be a race to the wire. Off of turn 4 they come. Pittsford, Vermont, the 31 of Brian Keith. 6 cars to qualify, 10 laps. Off of turn 4 they come. Rob Williams, car number 71 on the outside, drifts up high. Walt Hammond now comes back. Dave Lescourt tries to get through on the inside as Tim Casey, the meat in the middle of the sandwich, car number 77. As Rob Williams gets up high, Tim Casey wisely backs out of it. Walt Hammond holding on the lead, now being challenged by the 162 of Dave Lescourt, Guy Caron, the 12X, and Peter Jarvis looking for room with the number 4. Walt Hammond holding on the lead, car number 97, Guy Caron in the 12X, takes over second position off the outside. That's Guy Caron, car number 12X. Jarvis takes over third off the inside in the number 4. Down the back stretch they go. Peter Jarvis now gets underneath Guy Caron as those 2 rookies in the Pro Stocks go head to head. Walt Hammond continues continue to try to hold off both Guy Karen and the Peter Jarvis number 4, as Peter Jarvis now gets to the inside of the 97. Contact is made, but Peter Jarvis, car number 4, becomes your new leader. Back to second, Walt Hammond. Guy Karen third, Dave Lescourt fourth. Ryan Keith on the outside, now challenging Dave Lescourt for fourth, but Tim Casey has other ideas with the number 77. The 162 of Dave Lescourt holding up the other 4 cars. Down the backstretch they go. It's car number 31 as Dave Lescourt gets loose, has to get out of it. Taking over fourth, the 31 of Ryan Keith. Down the backstretch, the battle now for second as Guy Karen has Walt Hammond close the door on him. Guy Karen comes back again. Guy Karen now takes over second. Back to third, it's Walt Hammond, followed by Ryan Keith, Tim Casey, and car number 1 of Mike Russo. White flag, 1 to go. White flag. Peter Jarvis, Guy Karen, the battle now for third. Down the backstretch they go. Walt Hammond and Ryan Keith. The checkers are out, and your winner is Peter Jarvis. It's the Jiffy Mart late models. The green flag flies. Noel Bergeron, car number 96, jumps to the early lead. Back to second goes the number 36 of DeWitt Davis. The battle for third with the number 3 car on the inside. That's Mark Blair on the outside. Now getting pushed up higher. Bob Johnson as he loses several positions. Fourth, the 75 of Kevin Lescourt. As Tommy Canfield in the number 15 challenges off the outside, followed by Skip Birdsey, car number 6, still hung out to dry. Bob Johnson in the number 88. Earl Maxim next, car number 5. The 73X of Dennis Bell. The 05 car of Gary Colburn. And the number 87 of Jim Thompson. 10 laps, 6 cars to qualify. The Jiffy Mart late models. Number 6 car, Skip Birdsey, momentarily getting together with the number 15 of Tommy Canfield. As Noel Bergeron in the number 96 now starts to check out on the field. The battle for second, the number 36 of DeWitt Davis. Mark Blair gets loose with the number 3, taking advantage, going to the inside, now taking over third. That's Kevin Lescourt in the number 75. Back to fourth goes the 3 of Mark Blair. Earl Maxim up to 5th in the number 5. Gary Colburn 6th in the number 05. Next comes Skip Birdsey, car number 6. Dennis Bell in the 73X. The battle now for second as Kevin Lescourt gets to the inside and takes that position from DeWitt Davis at number 36. As DeWitt Davis is now hung out to dry with Mark Blair going to the inside with the number 3, along with Earl Maxim in the number 5. Gary Colburn, his first run this year, up to 6th in the number 05 on the bubble as Skip Birdsey tries to take that position away. Down the backstretch they go. The battle for third as we have about 7 or 8 cars battling for that position. It's 2 to go. Out come the Rabbit Ears. Noel Bergeron, a comfortable lead, a comfortable position for second. The 75 of Kevin Lescourt. It gets interesting on third back as the 88 gets black flag and goes up pit side. The white flag comes out. 1 to go. 1 to go. Noel Bergeron, Kevin Lescourt, Mark Blair, and Earl Maxim. Your top 4 cars into turn 3. Now out of turn 4, the checkers wave. Your winner is Noel Bergeron. Jarvis, car number 4, off the outside, takes the early lead. Back to second, now being challenged for that position on both the inside and the outside is Jimmy Thompson. Steve Bly, car number 10 on the inside. On the outside, the 16 of Jack McClay. Jack McClay on the outside. outside, trying to take that position from Steve Bly. Steve Bly has other ideas, holds the inside groove and holds on to second. It's wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper. Steve Bly, Jack McClay, Steve Bly, down the home stretch as Vic Jarvis in the number 4 continues to hold on the lead. Steve Bly in the number 10 now starts to inch ahead. Jack McClay comes back again. Jamie Lanou 4th, Jimmy Thompson 5th, car number 87. Craig Karen 6th, followed by Alan Fellows, Dick Lamont, Todd Merrill in the 07 of Tom Stone. Down the backstretch they go. It's getting interesting as Vic Jarvis tries to make a wide race car wider. But Steve Bly in the number 10 gets to the inside of the number 4. The battle for the lead. The sparks fly. Waiting in the wings, the 16U of Jack McClay. Vic Jarvis comes back again. He now drifts up high, getting into the corner too hot. 5 down, 5 to go. Steve Bly and Vic Jarvis. Vic Jarvis and Steve Bly. Jamie Lanou now up, challenging for 3rd, along with Jack McClay. It's a 6-car battle for the lead. It doesn't get any hotter than this. Steve Bly in the red number 10. Now finally inches ahead by a length and a car and a half length. It's Steve Bly. Vic Jarvis on the outside. Now cuts across Jamie Lanou's number 35. Contact is made. Vic Jarvis holding on to second. Jamie Lanou, Jack McClay now gets up high as Craig Karen, car number 51, now tries to take 4th away from Jack McClay. Into 3 and 4. Now out of 4. A freight train style. It's down with 2 to go. 2 to go. Steve Bly, Vic Jarvis, Jamie Lanou, Jack McClay. Car number 51, Craig Karen, and the number 29 of Alan Fellows. Those top 6 in qualifying position. The white flag flies. 1 to go. 1 to go. Steve Bly in the number 10, holding on the lead. Vic Jarvis now pushes up high. Jamie Lanou tries to take advantage. Vic Jarvis closes the door in the number 4. Off of turn 4 they come. Your winner, Steve Bly. Tim Small, the 47, Jack Bateman, car number 93, Dennis O'Connor, and the 51 of Dave Simpson. The green is out. Off the outside, taking the lead, the 1 New Hampshire of David Smith. Stephen Corbeil also on the outside, up to 2nd, back to 3rd goes Earl Taylor, car number 71. Eric Martel 4th, Gary Siemens, Les Martinez looking for racing room. Randy Howe along with Tim as car number 5 and the 8 get together. Holy cow! As Randy Howe. $50 earmarked for the winner, so this is going to be our biggest one this year. Test your luck for only $1. David Smith in the 1 New Hampshire, challenging the 56 of Steve Corbeil. David Smith holding on the lead. Steve Corbeil settles in for 2nd, running 3rd. Eric Martel, car number 30. It's Les Martinez 4th. On the outside, Gary Siemens, car number 5. Back to the front as the number 30 of Eric Martel suddenly loses powers. Tim Small almost goes through the infield, but regains control. Back to the front, Steve Corbeil, car number 56, your new leader. Back to 2nd goes David Smith, Les Martinez, Gary Siemens, Jack Bateman up to 5th, car number 47, followed by Dave Simpson in the number 51. Earl Taylor into the infield with a mechanical problem in the number 71. It's Steve Corbeil, Dave Smith, Les Martinez, Gary Siemens, and Jack Bateman in the 47. Halfway, 5 down, 5 to go. Jack Bateman in the 47 now tips to the outside, takes over 4th. To the infield, mechanical problems. That's Eric Martel, car number 30. It's Jack Bateman, a rim riding on the outside in the number 47. He's now up to 3rd, puts his sights on the 1 New Hampshire of David Smith. Out of turn 4 they come. Jack Bateman now up to 2nd. The next victim in sight, the 56 of Steve Corbeil. Steve Corbeil trying to hold off the inevitable, though Rabbit Ears come out. 2 down, 2 to go. As Gary Siemens gets up high into the marbles. Almost loses it. Goes back to 6. Up front, it's Jack Bateman circling the field and taking over the lead with 1 to go. Jack Bateman, the class of the race, your new leader, car number 47. Steve Gorville second, but your winner, the 47 of Jack Bateman. The number 28, Dwight Jarvis, the 71 Maine of Peter Daniels. We welcome this driver back, the 9 New Hampshire of Dennis Albro. And out comes the green. Rusty Ball jumps to the immediate front, followed by Bruce Batchelder Sr. in the 77. That's Keith Stewart third. In the number 19, your 4th place car, Sean Bodreau. Dwight Jarvis right there 5th. Kirby Monteith 6th. Up to 7th, the 9 New Hampshire of Dennis Albro. The battle for 4th, no longer a battle, as Dwight Jarvis goes to the inside of Sean Bodreau, takes over 4th. Sean Bodreau back to 5th. Now feels the pressure from the number 85 of Kirby Monteith. Right there, waiting for a racing mistake. The 9 New Hampshire of Dennis Albro, the 71 Maine of Peter Daniels. Back to the front, Rusty Ball, Bruce Batchelder Sr., Keith Stewart, the number 28 car of Dwight Jarvis. Kirby Monteith bobbles, taking over 5th, the 9 New Hampshire of Dennis Albro. Also through the inside, taking over 6th, the 71 Maine of Peter Daniels, as Kirby Monteith hung out to dry on the outside. Now goes back to 7th. A 4-car battle for lead. Dwight Jarvis on the inside. 5 down, 5 to go. Takes over 3rd. It's Rusty Ball, Bruce Batchelder Sr., Dwight Jarvis. Off a turn 4 they come. Rusty Ball holding on the lead, drifts up high, holds on the lead, running second, Bruce Batchelder. Dwight Jarvis in the number 28, looks for racing room. Off a turn 4, down the home stretch, completing lap number 7, as Dwight Jarvis continues to wait for racing mistakes from either Rusty Ball or Bruce Batchelder Sr. It's 2 to go, 8 down, 2 to go. Rusty Ball maintains a straight line. Bruce Batchelder second, with Dwight Jarvis third. Off of turn number 4, Rusty Ball drifts up high. The white flag flies. He covers the lead. Off of turn number 2 they come. Rusty Ball drifts up high, holds on the lead. As Dwight Jarvis tips to the outside. Off of turn 4, your winner, Rusty Ball. Of Jim Morgan, and riding scratch, the number 2 car of Tim Harrison. And out comes the green. Scott Patno jumps to the lead, tucking in for second. The 71 car of Rob Williams running third. The 162 of Dave Lescourt up on the outside, challenging for that position. Taking over third, that's Bucky Demers, car number 26. Bucky Demers, a car on a mission, now goes to the inside of Rob Williams. Taking second from that car, off of turn 4 they come. Bucky Demers second, back to third goes the number 71 car of Rob Williams. Tim Harrison, car number 2, up to 4th, Dave Lescourt, and the number 81 mass of Dave Arsenault. But Scott Patno in the number 29 holds on the lead. Dave Arsenault up into the marbles, loses a couple of positions. Off of turn 2, it's Bucky Demers to the inside of Scott Patno. Off of turn 4, Bucky Demers bobbles, but holds on the lead off the inside. Back to second goes Scott Patno. Rob Williams third, Tim Harrison fourth, Dave Arsenault, Dave Lescourt, Jim Morgan, and Matt Austin. Out comes the halfway flags. Halfway. Rob Williams now challenging for second and taking that position from Scott Patno's number 29. Going through on the inside, Taking third is the 2 of Tim Harrison. Shot from a cannon off the inside. The 81 Massive Dave Arsenal hung out to dry. Scott Patno in the number 29 from second back to sixth as the 17 of Jim Morgan tries to get to the inside also. It's all Bucky Demers in the number 26. Rob Williams second, car number 71, Tim Harrison, Dave Arsenal. Those are your top four. Then comes Dave Lesgord. Jim Morgan now tips the number 17 to the outside, trying to get around the 162 of Dave Lesgord. It's Jim Morgan in the number 17. Jim Morgan loses it and collects it by the 29 of Scott Patnode. A tough break for Jim Morgan's car number 17. Please stay under racing conditions. Bucky Demers stretches out that lead in the number 26. Off of turn 4, the checkers are out. Your winner is Bucky Demers. Finishing second, Tim Harrison. Where are you, 02? Well, we don't see him. The number 02, that's the U2. The U2 of Dave Riccitelli. And the 03 car. Okay, here we come, 20 laps. And out comes the green. That's Joey Bates in the 7 New Hampshire as he cuts from the outside position, takes over the lead. Down the backstretch they go. The battle now for second. The 14 of Mike Ledoux. On the outside of Ledoux, we have a jam session off of turn number 4. Car number 97 of Darrell Hatcher bringing out the yellow. Pro Stock 100 plus all other classes. Okay, let's watch how Joey Bates for president does with the 7 New Hampshire and the 14 on the point. Mike Ledoux gets the jump. Joey Bates on the outside, comes back with the 7 New Hampshire. It's Joey Bates, car number 7 New Hampshire. Mike Ledoux back to second. The 23 car running third. That's Sean Buffington. Off of turn 4, one of the 76 cars gets up high and goes back to fifth. That's the 76 of Frank Manafort. As Jay Palmer takes over fourth, now tries to take third from the number 23 of Sean Buffington. It's all Joey Bates in the 7 New Hampshire. Mike Ledoux second. Sean Buffington third, now being challenged to the inside by Jay Palmer's number 76X. It's Jay Palmer in the 76X, challenging to the inside. On back to fifth. That's the 76 of Frank Manafort. Your top 5 cars, followed by the number 04 of Chubby Howe, the 3X car of Bob Bogle. Then comes a gaggle of cars running for 7th and further back. Joey Bates now stretches out his lead as Jay Palmer gets loose in the 76X. A change of position for second. Sean Buffington gets up to second, car number 23, but Mike Ledoux in the 14 car comes right back. Contact is made. That's Mike Ledoux in the 14, back to second. Sean Buffington third. Frank Manafort fourth. Jay Palmer fifth, followed by the 3X car of Bob Bogle. Holy cow, Joey Bates running away with this one. Seven cars battling for 8th position. 7 cars battling for 8th, headed by the number 11 car of Alvin Hatcher. Joey Bates now starting to come onto some lap traffic. Joey Bates, your leader. The black number 7 New Hampshire goes to the outside of the number 15 car of James Mirandus. He gets around that car, now goes to the 15X. It's Joey Bates holding on to the lead. 8 laps down, now 9 laps. Distant second, the number 23 of Sean Buffington, followed by Mike Ledoux. The 276 cars, the team cars battling. Jay Palmer now up to fourth. It's halfway for the 7 New Hampshire. running second, the 23. A battle now for third, and out comes the yellow. Out comes the yellows. We have a jam session off of turns number 1 and 2. The 15X car of James Miranda's bringing out the yellow. How to run these legends. 7 New Hampshire along with a 23 of Sean Buffington out of Plainfield, Connecticut. Your top 2 cars. Then comes the Keene car, the 14 of Mike Ledoux. Out comes the yellow. Joe Bates gets the jump one again right there, but he goes up high now. Sean Buffington, number 23. The Manafort number 76 car now takes over third. Back to fourth goes Mike Ledoux. The 76X of Jay Palmer third. Mike Ledoux fourth. The 76 of Frank Manafort fifth, followed by the 3X of Bob Vogel. Then comes the number 27 of Doug Coombs. Once again opening up. That's the number 7 of Joe Bates. Joe Bates as the number 14 goes loop-de-loop. Mike Ledoux, the Keene boy. We say, nope, out comes the yellow. Out comes the yellow. Okay, that little girl who lost her glasses, 2 other young ladies brought them up for you, so please come up here and get your glasses. Restarting lap number 12. Joey Bates makes a habit of going to the front early. It's Joey Bates running second, Sean Buffington in the number 23. Your third place car, the number 76X of Jay Palmer. Jay Palmer, the 76X third. Running fourth, the 3X of Bob Vogel. And fifth, car number 27, Maine of Doug Coombs. Those are your top 5 cars as we complete lap number 13. Joe Bates in the 7 New Hampshire. A battle now starting to develop for second. The 23 of Sean Buffington. The 76X of Jay Palmer. Down the home stretch they come. It's Sean Buffington and the 76X of Jay Palmer. Your fourth place car. The 3X of Bob Vogel. As Joey Bates holds on to about a 10 car length advantage. He's starting to slow up though. He's starting to get reeled in. Joey Bates is number 7 New Hampshire. Starts to slow up as Sean Buffington in the 23 and Jay Palmer start to reel that 76 car in. Off of turn 4 they come. Can Joe Bates hold on to the lead? Off of turn 2, Joe Bates now has only a 2 or 3 car length advantage as Sean Buffington, number 23, comes into almost a bumper length behind. It's Joe Bates, Sean Buffington, and Jay Palmer, your top 3 cars. Off of turn number 4 they come. It's Joe Bates, the 7 New Hampshire. 2 to go, 2 to go. Joe Bates, the 7 New Hampshire. Sean Buffington and Jay Palmer, your top 3 cars, separating themselves from the rest of the field. Off of turn number 4, the white flag flies. 1 more to go. 1 more for Joe Bates in the 7 New Hampshire as Sean Buffington comes back again 1 more time into turn 3 to the apex of 3 and 4. Now out of 4, your winner is Joe Bates in the 7 New Hampshire. Okay, congratulations to everybody here. We've collected $716 and the Drivers' Point Fund 50-50. So hang on to those tickets. Remember, we're going to have 4 winners. The big winner for the 716 Smackers, plus 3 other winners, or 4 other winners actually. So we got 5 winners altogether. Wix Sports Watch plus 3 Wix jackets. Okay, he's doing what he's done a lot of times. He's got the checker. We see him down there in the backstretch. Out comes the courtesy van. A special thanks to North Country Auto Rental for the VIP courtesy van for rentals of cars to 15-passenger vans. For local to across country, contact North Country Auto Rental on the Miracle Mile in Lebanon. But boy, I'll tell you, all the kudos go tonight to Snell Auto Parts and Wix Filters for sponsoring tonight's races. All those great prizes. Don't forget, Snell Auto Parts Company, they've been around so long. 32 locations throughout northern New England. Okay, there he is. He's getting his picture taken. We don't know how many years it's been since he's graced the 1/3 mile here at the Claremont Speedway, but he comes back in the style he left it in winning style. As we look for the green into 3 and 4. Off of 4 they come, and out comes the green. Car number 93, Dennis O'Connor, gets dumped into the infield. He keeps it under power. Goes through the X and out the other way as Rusty Ball, car number 20, holds on to the lead. As contact is made between the 9 New Hampshire of Dennis Albro and the 30 car of Eric Martell. 9 New Hampshire, Dennis Albro. Okay, Dave Smith Sr. and Rusty Ball take the field into 3 and 4 as we look for the green flag once again. Rusty Ball on the outside takes the lead along with Bruce Batchelder Sr. in the number 77. Dave Smith Sr., car number 1 New Hampshire, 3rd, followed by the number 56 of Steve Cale. Steve Corbeil, Les Cardenas 5th. Out of turn 2, down the back stretch they go. It's Rusty Ball, Bruce Batchelder Sr., Dave Smith Sr., car number 1 New Hampshire, 3rd, Steve Corbeil, Les Cardenas, Keith Stewart, and the number 85 of Kirby Monteith. The problem with the 77 of Bruce Batchelder Sr. Bruce Batchelder Sr. takes the 77 into the infield with a mechanical problem. Rusty Ball continues to hold on to the lead. Dave Smith Sr. second. Les Cardenas, Keith Stewart, your top 4. That's Kirby Monteith now taking over 5th on the outside from Steve Corbeil. Up to 6th, Dwight Jarvis, car number 28, followed by the 47 of Jack Bateman. It's Rusty Ball, a 10-15 car length advantage with the number 20 over Dave Smith, Les Cardenas, the 19 of Keith Stewart, the 85 of Kirby Monteith. Down the back stretch they go. Dwight Jarvis tries to get underneath the number 85 of Kirby Monteith. Battles for second as the 51 car of Dave Simpson erupts and goes into the infield. Down the back stretch they go. It's Les Cardenas now second. David Smith, Kirby Monteith, Dwight Jarvis in the number 28. It's underneath Keith Stewart along with the number 47 of Jack Bateman. Kirby Monteith to the outside of David Smith takes over 3rd. It's Rusty Ball, Les Cardenas, Kirby Monteith, Dwight Jarvis now to the inside of David Smith as car number 47, Jack Bateman, follows through to the inside. It's Rusty Ball in the number 20 of Big Lead, Les Cardenas, Kirby Monteith, Dwight Jarvis, the 47 of Jack Bateman, David Smith, Sean Bodreau looking for racing room. Along with the number 19 of Keith Stewart, the 5 of Gary Siemens. It's all Rusty Ball, car number 20 coming out of turn number 4. Les Cardenas and Kirby Monteith, your second and third place car. Dwight Jarvis in 4th. Jack Bateman 5th. It's a 4-car battle for second as a great move by Kirby Monteith as he gets to the inside of Les Cardenas. The 28 car of Dwight Jarvis tries to get to the inside, can't do it. And look at the move by Jack Bateman in the number 47 as he gets to the outside of Les Cardenas. Tries to use Les Cardenas as a pick. It's Jack Bateman now up to 3rd. On the outside, taking over 4th. That's Dwight Jarvis back to 5th. jam session here in the home stretch, and out comes the yellow. Oh. Okay, the green flag flies. Winter Racing Edition as Rusty Ball takes him into 1 and 2. Jack Bateman on the outside. Car number 47 takes the lead. Following through on the outside. That's the 28 of Dwight Jarvis. Back to third. Goes the 20 of Rusty Ball. Running fourth, that's Kirby Monteith. Car number 85. Up to fifth, Sean Bodreau in the number 3. As the 85 of Kirby Monteith now dives underneath the number 20 of Rusty Ball. The battle for third. Kirby Monteith takes over third. Back to fourth. Goes the 20 of Rusty Ball. It's Jack Bateman, the 28 of Dwight Jarvis. 1-2 as those two cars now start to pull away from the rest of the field. Kirby Monteith third. Rusty Ball fourth, coming off of turn number 4. Keep your eyes on the 2 leaders as Jack Bateman starts to bobble a little bit. The number 28 of Dwight Jarvis putting on the pressure. The top 2 cars in last year's point battle having a go at it again. Jack Bateman and Dwight Jarvis. Dwight Jarvis now looks to the inside, tucks behind the number 47. They come on to lap traffic. The number 71 of Earl Taylor. As those 2 cars go around lap traffic, Jack Bateman and Dwight Jarvis. Back to third, it's Kirby Monteith. Fourth, Rusty Ball. The number 71, Peter Daniels. Now up to fifth. As your 2 lead cars come on to Pearl Dewey. Go to the outside of Pearl Dewey. The next victim, the number 93 of Dennis O'Connor. As Jack Bateman goes around O'Connor along with the car number 28 of Dwight Jarvis. It's Jack Bateman, Dwight Jarvis, Kirby Monteith. Car number 85 third. Peter Daniels in the 71 main. Now takes over fourth. Back to fifth goes Rusty Ball in the number 20. Down the back stretch go your 2 lead cars. The black flag out for the 240 of Pearl Dewey. It's Jack Bateman, Dwight Jarvis stalking the rear bumper of the number 47. Car number 71 up in flames into the infield. It's 2 to go. Out come the rabbit ears. 2 to go. It's now or never for Dwight Jarvis as he continues to stalk the 47 of Jack Bateman. Lap traffic might become a factor. The white flag flies. 1 to go. And out comes the yellow. Comes the yellow. Number 93, Dennis O'Connor. Jack Bateman and Dwight Jarvis take the field into 3 and 4. The speeds pick out, up and out comes the green. Dwight Jarvis goes down low and challenges for the lead. The white flag flies. We've got a car on the backstretch. A car off on the backstretch. He now picks up down the backstretch. It's Jack Bateman, the 28 of Dwight Jarvis. Dwight Jarvis, Jack Bateman. Here they come. The checkers fly. It's Dwight Jarvis. Man alive, those 2 cars tangled off the back stretch. And don't you think that Gary Siemens has to run up to the men's room after that one? Doesn't get any more exciting than that, huh, gang? Okay, they say in car racing, one man's misfortune. Car number 07 of Tom Stone, the 05 of Gary Colburn, the 16U of Jack McClay. We missed that blue and white. We'll get that for you when we can. Bergeron holding on the lead off of turn number 4, car number 96. Then comes the number 3 of Mark Blair, followed by Jimmy Thompson in the number 87. Steve Bly now tips to the inside. A 3-car battle. We take him 3 wide. Vic Jarvis takes his foot out of it. Now goes back to 6. Jamie Lanoux 5th. Vic Jarvis, Ray Karen, Kevin Lesgord, Earl Maxim, those are your top 10 cars. Down the back stretch they go. Into 3 and 4. It's Noel Bergeron being chased by the number 3. The 75 of Kevin Lesgord. Up into the marbles, losing several positions. Noel Bergeron in the 96, holding on the lead. The number 3 of Mark Blair second. Then comes Steve Bly. Those 3 cars, 1, 2, 3. The battle starts with 4th of Vic Jarvis, followed by Jimmy Thompson and Jamie Lanoux. The 88 of Bob Johnson, followed by Craig Karen. That's Skip Birdsey, car number 6, to the inside of the number 51. Off of turn 4 they come. That's Bob Johnson trying to get underneath the number 87, Skip Birdsey, making contact with the 51, and around goes Birdsey. And out comes the yellow. Out comes the yellow. Okay, we'll be looking for the restart. Noel Bergeron, car number 96, and Mark Blair take the field off of 3, now turn number 4, and out comes the green. Noel Bergeron goes to the front, following through on the inside, taking over second. That's Steve Bly, car number 10. Back to third goes the number 3 of Mark Blair. Followed by Vic Jarvis, car number 4. Bob Johnson and Skip Birdsey, car number 6, gets together with a 51 of Craig Karen, and out comes the yellow. Skip Birdsey sitting off the inside. Man alive. Off of turn 4 they come. Noel Bergeron being challenged right away on the inside and the outside. The number 96 of Noel Bergeron holds on to the lead. Down the back stretch they go. Right there, car number 3, Mark Blair. Then follows the number 10 of Steve Bly. Those are your top 3. Vic Jarvis 4th, Bob Johnson, Earl Maxim on the outside. Now taking 7th, that's the 15 of Tommy Canfield. Jimmy Thompson next, followed by Alan Fellows, Jamie Lanoux, Gary Colburn in the number 05. Down the back stretch they go. Noel Bergeron, Mark Blair, Steve Bly, Vic Jarvis, and the 88 of Bob Johnson, followed by Earl Maxim and the 15 of Tommy Canfield. The battle now for 8 as Alan Fellows, car number 29, tips to the outside of Jimmy Thompson, takes that position. Alan Fellows 8. Vic Jarvis now being challenged by Bob Johnson on the inside for 4th. Bob Johnson, car number 88, gets underneath the 4 of Vic Jarvis. It's Bob Johnson taking over 4th. Back to 5th goes Vic Jarvis, now hung out to dry as Earl Maxim in the number 5 goes through to the inside, takes over 5th. Tommy Canfield tries to do the same thing, but Vic Jarvis closes the door. Back to the front, Noel Bergeron, 5-6 car lengths over Mark Blair's number 3. It's Steve Bly continuing to ride in 3rd, followed by Bob Johnson, the 88, and Earl Maxim up freight train style through 7, 8, 9 positions. Number 75 of Kevin Lescourt. Now gets underneath the 87. Back up to the top, a battle for second. Halfway. Mark Blair being challenged by the number 10 car as Jack McClay gets to the infield. The sparks fly from the 73X. Everybody keeps their foot in it as Steve Bly takes over second. Mark Blair back to third. Now gets in front of the 88. Back to the inside groove and holds on to third. Mark Blair now gets right up to the number 10 of Steve Bly going into the infield. That's the 16U of Jack McClay. Down the backstretch they go. As we have a car stall out on turn number 3. A car stall on turn 3, and out comes the caution. And you can see how competitive it is. Okay, the speeds pick up as Noel Bergeron takes the field off of turn number 4. Steve Bly, car number 10, right there, trying to take the lead away from the number 96 car as we take up 3 wide into turns 3 and 4. Bergeron into number 96 as we have a real jam session here up on turn number 4 on the home stretch. Out comes the ambulance as 2 cars get destroyed and the third one collects them. Todd Merrill involved, car number 63, the number 27 involved, Brandy. Okay, we gotta go back to the races here now, as the number 96 continues to try to hold on to the lead as he picks up the speed along with Steve Bly in the 10, and out comes the green. Noel Bergeron, car number 96, holding on the lead once again. Steve Bly right there along with the number 3 car. Along with the number 3 of Mark Blair, being challenged on the outside by Tommy Canfield into number 15. It's Tommy Canfield. It's now or never for the number 15 as Bob Johnson now takes advantage, tries to move up on the inside. It's Tommy Canfield. Either go up or go back. He's on the outside. Noel Bergeron having a comfortable 1-2 car length lead. Steve Bly second. Mark Blair trying to hold off. Bob Johnson, Earl Maxim, and Tommy Canfield. Off of turn 4 they come. Into 1 and 2. Noel Bergeron. Steve Bly, those 2 cars pretty much underway. The pressure coming for third. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars battling for third. Mark Blair, Bob Johnson, Earl Maxim, the number 15 of Tommy Canfield, Alan Fellows, Vic Jarvis, and Kevin Lescourt. Off of turn 4 they come. It's Noel Bergeron holding on to now a 3-4 car length advantage. He's slowly stretching it out over Steve Bly's number 10, who holds a similar advantage over the 3 of Mark Blair. Bob Johnson right on the back bumper of Mark's number 3. Earl Maxim looking for a racing mistake from those 2 as he rides in 5th. Off of turn 4, down the home stretch. 22 laps in the record book. Down the backstretch go your lead pack. Out come the Rabbit Ears. 2 to go. 2 to go. As the number 16 car spins off of turn number 4. Three more laps to go for this one. 22 laps in the record book, 3 to go. And out comes the green. Steve Bly goes for the inside, left rear quarter, the number 96. Noel Bergeron closes the door, coming off of turn number 4. It's 2 to go. 2 laps to go. Noel Bergeron trying to wire this field. Car number 96. Steve Bly right there putting on the pressure. Out comes the white flag. One to go. It's the 96 of Noel Bergeron. He's got half a lap to hang on to the lead. Into turn 3. The top of 3 and 4. Out of 4. The checkers fly. Your winner, Noel Bergeron. Corey Devaney, report to your mother, please. Corey Devaney, to your mother, please. Okay, real quick, a happy Father's Day to Paul Truman, I guess, and a happy birthday also from Matt Truman and Ashley. Happy Father's Day, Paul Truman, and a happy birthday to Matt Truman from Ashley Truman. Okay, real quick, adult tickets. They all start with 00. 00, 1424, 1425, 2906, 1482, 1020, 1153, 1114, and 1399. Okay. He earned this one to 71. Rob Williams, the 26 car of Bucky Demers, will catch the rest when we can. We're looking for the green flag off of turn number 4. Hammond off the outside, gets the lead. Kevin Brooks second, now being challenged on the outside by the number 9 of Matt Waite. Matt Waite pushes up high, and the 36 of Matt Austin goes around off of turn number 4. The 36 sitting off of turn number 4, and out comes the yellow. Out comes the yellow, the number 36. Okay, let's try to put a lap into the record book. Walt Hammond in the 97 off the outside, going right along with the 42 of Kevin Brooks. Off of turn 4 they come. It's Walt Hammond starting to edge ahead of the 42 of Kevin Brooks. Walt Hammond now takes over the lead. It's Walt Hammond, Matt Waite in the number 9 car. Coming up for second is the 42. Comes back, the 9 pushes up high, holds on to second. Tim Casey in the number 77 on the outside, takes over third. Back to fourth goes Kevin Brooks as Guy Caron, car number 12X, off the outside, takes fourth. Kevin Brooks drop kick back to fifth. Gary Spaulding, Corey Patton, car number 50, along with the 9X. Corey Patton to the inside of the number 42, takes over fifth. Gary Spaulding now goes to the inside in the number 86, followed by Peter Jarvis, now tucked in and trapped behind the number 42 of Kevin Brooks. Down the backstretch they go. It's Walt Hammond holding on the lead. Car number 97, Matt Waite, now getting pushed up to the outside, trying to close the door on Tim Casey. Off a turn 2 they go, down the backstretch. Tim Casey trying to muscle his way through in the inside. It's Matt Waite in the number 9, now hung out to dry. Matt Waite second as Tim Casey tries to push through. The 12X car of Guy Caron now takes over third. Corey Patton fourth. Matt Waite from second back to fifth in the number 9. Gary Spaulding, Mark Hayward, the number 4 of Peter Jarvis on the outside. Now on the move, that's Rob Goodenough. A battle for the lead as Tim Casey in the 77 goes to the outside, takes the lead from Walt Hammond, also going to the outside. kicked back to third. That's car number 29 spins off of turn number 2. Car number 29 spins off of turn 2, and out comes the yellow. Out comes the... Off of turn 4 they come, the green flag waves. Casey in the 77, holding on the lead. Guy Karen second. Corey Patton, car number 53rd. Then comes the number 97 of Walt Hammond. Matt Wade fifth. Mark Hayward up to 7th. Peter Jarvis now 8th. Has the 76 of Peter Daniels. Starts to work his way up. The number 2 of Tim Harrison spins into the infield. Down the backstretch they go. It's Tim Casey, car number 77, holding on the lead. Guy Karen second. The third place car, those top 3 of Corey Patton's. We have a smoking car, the number 4 of Peter. Shining in the light right now. Remember, 45 laps. Off of turn 4 they come. The green flag comes out. Number 50 car, the battle right now for second as Corey Patton tries to get underneath the 12X of Guy Karen. Guy Karen on the outside trying to hold on to second. Guy Karen holds on to second in the 12X. Corey Patton back to third in the 50, followed by Mark Hayward. Peter Daniels, car number 76, now up to 5th, followed by Gary Spalding. The one car of Mike Russo. Matt Wade, car number 9. The number 26 of Bucky Demers next, followed by Rob Goodenough and Todd Patno. Those are your top 15. Off of turn 2 goes your leader, Tim Casey, followed by Guy Karen and Corey Patton, Mark Hayward, and the 76 of Peter Daniels. Those 5 cars now start to separate themselves from 6th place of Gary Spalding. The 26 car next of Bucky Demers, followed by Rob Goodenough, now getting underneath the 1 car of Mike Russo. Peter Daniels has the door closed on him by the 21 of Mark Hayward. The battle now for 6th as Bucky Demers gets underneath Gary Spalding, followed by the 1 New Hampshire of Rob Goodenough. Hung out to dry is Gary Spalding, car number 2. Tim Harrison into the infield as we have a Major League Jam session off of turn number 3 and 4. 7 paces the field down the backstretch. A nice even speed. The speeds now pick up. And out comes the green. Hang on right here in the flag stand. As 2 cars go around and out comes the yellow. Man, 17 into the books. Casey in the 77, holding on to the lead. Guy Karen holding on to second. Coming up third on the inside, that's Corey Patton and the 21 of Mark Hayward. Now hung out to dry as the 76 of Peter Daniels. Now gets down low and takes over 4th. Back to 5th goes Mark Hayward, looking for racing room. That's Rob Goodenough in the 1 New Hampshire as Bucky Demers takes the number 26 up past the 86 of Gary Spalding. Off of turn 4 they come. Out comes the yellow. All over again. Tim Casey takes the field off of turn number 3 along with Guy Karen. Tim Casey once again settled into the lead, followed by Guy Karen. the veteran Peter Daniels, car number 76. Peter Daniels now making a move to the front. On the outside of Corey Patton, the battle for third. Peter Daniels, car number 76, trying to clear the 50 and now takes over third. Back to fourth goes the 50 car of Corey Patton, followed by the 26 of Bucky Demers, Mark Hayward, the 24 of Todd Patton, along with Rob Goodenough in the 1 New Hampshire. Off and two they go. Todd Patton now gets underneath Rob Goodenough. A battle for 8th between those two race cars. As Bucky Demers now starts to work on the number 50 of Corey Patton. Bucky Demers underneath Corey Patton for 5th. Halfway. Down the backstretch, around the lap car of Walt Hammond. Go your lead cars. Tim Casey in the 77. Guy Karen holding on to second. Peter Daniels third. As we have a jam session off of turn number 2, and out comes the yellow. Out comes the yellow. The jam. Here they come. Peter Daniels working for third, going into 3 and 4. He gets together with Bucky Demers. Bucky Demers goes around. And everybody scatters, and out comes the yellow. How many times together? Off of turn 2, Tim Casey holding the lead, but it's Peter Daniels on the inside of Guy Karen, making a move for second. Off of turn 4 they come. Peter Daniels on the inside. Rob Goodenough also trying to follow through on the inside. Down the back stretch they go. The battle for second. Peter Daniels as Guy Karen gets up high, bobbles, has to correct, it goes back to 5th. Guy Karen from second back to 5th. It's Tim Casey now starting to feel the pressure from Peter Daniels. Rob Goodenough right behind Peter Daniels, putting the pressure on him. It's Tim Casey, Peter Daniels, Rob Goodenough, Todd Patton, and Guy Karen. Those top 5 now start to pull away from the rest of the field. Down the home stretch, into 1 and 2 go your leaders. Tim Casey holding on to a car length advantage over Peter Daniels. Right there, looking for racing room. That's the 1 New Hampshire, Rob Goodenough. Todd Patton, a great run for him, up to 4th, along with Guy Karen's 12X 5th. A distance of 20 lengths back to the 86 of Gary Spaulding, running 6th. Then comes Rob Williams in the 71. The 9X of Dennis Bergeron, Brian Baker, and Peter Jarvis. Off of turn 4 come your leaders. 30 laps into the book. Peter Daniels now tries the outside, comes back down as Rob Goodenough is right there trying to take second away from Daniels. Off of turn 4, a barn burner at the best. Peter Daniels now getting loosey-goosey as the 1 New Hampshire. Rob Goodenough tries to get underneath Daniels. The pressure is there. And out comes the yellow once again. All right, even Steven. Let's see what happens. Off of turn 4 they come. The 2 lead cars get together. And Rob Goodenough off the inside now takes over second from Peter Daniels as Tim Casey pushed up high. Peter Daniels had to get out of it. Taking advantage is the 1 New Hampshire of Rob Goodenough. Down the home stretch they come. 77 gets loose, and Rob Goodenough now goes down low. It's Rob Goodenough, your new leader. Also going through on the inside is Peter Daniels. Hung out to dry is the 77 of Tim Casey. Down the home stretch they come. It's Rob Goodenough and the 76 of Peter Daniels. Guy Karen comes back again with the 12X up to third. Tim Casey on the outside, starting to skate around as Todd Patno goes to the inside and takes over fourth. Down the backstretch they go into 3 and 4. Out of 4, it's Rob Goodenough now getting loose as Peter Daniels, car number 76, puts the pressure on. Guy Karen third, Todd Patno, Tim Casey, and the number 4 of Peter Jarvis. Great train style down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Out of 4 come your leaders. Rob Goodenough feeling the pressure and the heat from the right foot of Peter Daniels, number 76, and the 12X of Guy Karen. Those three right there along with Todd Patno's number 24. Down the backstretch they go. Out of 4, Rob Goodenough gets loose, holds on the lead. Rob Goodenough of One New Hampshire, last year's champion, trying to take the big race, the heavy money, and the first place. Rob Goodenough, the One New Hampshire. Off the backstretch they go. Rob Goodenough, Peter Daniels, Guy Karen, and Todd Patno. Those 4 cars now separate themselves from the threesome of Tim Casey, the number 4 of Peter Jarvis, and the 26 of Bucky Demers. Those are your top 7. And Gary Spalding, car number 86, goes around off of turn 2, and out comes the yellow. Out comes the yellow. Okay, we're looking for the shake of the green off of turn 4, and there it is. Rob Goodenough goes up high, holds on the lead. Peter Daniels in the 76, holding on to second, along with Guy Karen third and Todd Patno. Your top 4 cars, Tim Casey and the 26 of Bucky Demers. Off of turn 2, down the backstretch they go. It's gonna be 2 to go, 2 to go. Peter Daniels gets loose, saves it as Guy Karen has to back out of her, turn him around. Down the backstretch they go. They come on the lap traffic of Gary Spalding. It's the One New Hampshire of Rob Goodenough. Gary Spalding being waved to the inside. The white flag flies. Ooh, 1 to go, 1 to go. Down the backstretch they go. The One New Hampshire of Rob Goodenough looking for the big win. It's Rob Goodenough. Boy, what a race. It took a long time to run, but man, it was good. Okay, out come our representatives from Snell Auto Parts and Wicks Filters. Okay, there's a young man who really deserved this win tonight. He drove very carefully and very cleanly. One of the few cars out of Mike Benson, the 20 of Dave Davis, and the 17 of David Anthony, the 5 of Russ Davis, the 38 car of Alan Adams. We'll catch the rest when we can as we look for the green off of turn number 4. Rodney Dorr on the outside, tries to take the lead, coming back again on the inside. That's Doug Marsh, car number 7. It's Doug Marsh and Rodney Dorr. As they come off of turn number 4, they stay right together. Your third place car is Dan Damaris, followed by the number 34 car of Scott Chute. Off of turn 2, down the backstretch. Your top 3 is Doug Marsh, car number 7, Rodney Dorr, Dan Damaris. Scott Chute next, car number 34, followed by Aaron Fellows, Sandy Gilbert, Ed LaQuire, Randy Hook, Mark Pellerin on the outside. In the number 72, Ryan Bell in the number 6 on the inside. Mike Benson in the 47 is Rodney Dorr, car number 37, goes up pit side with a mechanical problem. As car number 51, Buster Canary, loops it off of turn 4, and out comes the yellow. Out comes the yellow for the 51 car. Look, well, we know who went out here. Doug Marsh and Dan Damaris take the field off of turn number 4. Out comes the green. Stay in line. Off of 1 and 2 now. We go down into 3 and 4. Your lead car continues to be Doug Marsh. Dan Damaris on the outside. That's Aaron Fellows, car number 29, third. The 4th place car is the 34 of Scott Chute. Scott Chute running 4th. Now Sandy Gilbert, car number 27, goes to the outside, challenging for 5th and takes it away from the 19 of Randy Hook. It's Sandy Gilbert, car number 27, on the outside. She gets up high, holds on to it. Down the backstretch they go. Sandy Gilbert trying to go the hard route, the upstairs route, off of turn number 4. It's the number 27 running 5th, trying to take 4th away from the 34 of Scott Chute. Down the backstretch go your top 3 cars. It's Aaron Fellows, car number 29, now getting underneath the 85 of Dan Damaris. It's car number 29, Aaron Fellows, now taking over 2nd. Dan Damaris, drop kick back to 3rd. A distant 4th, Scott Chute, car number 34, followed by Sandy Gilbert. Mike Benson, Sandy Gilbert now tries to get underneath the 34, coming out of turn number 4. It's Sandy Gilbert taking over 4th in the number 27 car. A great move by Sandy Gilbert. Scott Chute back to 5th, followed by Mike Benson as Ryan Bell goes up the Claremont cushion, bounces around, gets back onto the racetrack. We take them 3 wide off of turn number 4. As Radical Russ tries something radical, going 3 wide. Doug Marsh holding on the lead. Aaron Fellows 2nd. Dan Damaris 3rd. In the number 85. Those 3 cars now about 10 car lengths ahead of your 4th place car. The number 27 of Sandy Gilbert has Mike Benson, car number 47. Now comes on to Sandy Gilbert, starts putting on the pressure. That's Mike Benson, car number 47. Going to the inside of the 27 car. The battle for 4th. Down the backstretch. Mike Benson, Sandy Gilbert. Sandy Gilbert, Mike Benson. Mike Benson now inches ahead and takes over 4th. Back to 5th goes Sandy Gilbert. Next in line, it's number 17, David Anthony. Dennis Greenwood on the inside of Scott Chute, followed by Larry Riendo, Russ Davis, Alan Adams, the number 19 of Randy Hook, Dave Davis in the number 20. Down the backstretch go your leaders. Off of turn 4, Doug Marsh, car number 7, holding on the lead. number 47 of Mike Benson now starts to reel in the top three. Off of turn 4, it's Doug Marsh. Aaron Fellows starts to stalk the number 7. Putting the pressure on Doug Marsh's Camaro is the number 29 Monte Carlo of Aaron Fellows. Dan Damaris third. Right up there now for fourth. That's Mike Benson in the number 47 car. Your lead cars now coming on to lap traffic as we have two spinners into the infield. The 38 of Alan Adams and the 34 of Scott Chute. Alan Adams fires up the 38 and the 34 goes into the infield. It's Doug Marsh, car number 7, now going around the number 91 as Aaron Fellows tries to get underneath the number 91. We take him 3 wide momentarily. It's Doug Marsh now feeling the pressure off the inside from the number 29 of Aaron Fellows as Aaron Fellows used the number 91 for a pick and now takes over the lead. But Doug Marsh comes fighting back on the outside. It's Doug Marsh broad sliding now going back to second. Mike Benson to the inside of Dan Damaris. Damaris closes the door and holds on to third. Down the backstretch go your leaders. Off of turn 4, the white flag is out. One more to go. It's Aaron Fellows, car number 29, Doug Marsh in the 7th, and Dan Damaris as Mike Benson tries to take one more stab for third. Damaris closes the door. Coming out of turn 4, your winner's the number 29. Good race and not too many old yellers. Luckily, it's getting late. Great race by this young man. Somebody popping a wheelie back there in the backstretch. He's got it shut down. He'll get his picture taken. His excited crew comes running over. Lambert, the 34 car of Gordon Cowdery, the 09 of Nick Taylor, the 48 car Kirby Hayes, and the 31 of Jay Snutton, and the 12 of Randy Benson. We look for the green and get it. Henry Tutt holds on the lead down the backstretch as Randy Benson, car number 12, gets in trouble, fires it up, and keeps on going. Henry Tutt into 55, holding on the lead. Joe Lanou second, car number 35, followed by Ron Gobin, William Salo, and George Shalbert, your top 5. Monica Rook in the white number 21, coming up for 6 off the inside. That's Gene Chippy in the 00, right behind Monica Rook. As Ron Gobin Jr., car number 25, goes up high, but holds position. Down the backstretch, into 3 and 4. Out of 4 they come. Henry Tutt continues to hold on the lead. Joe Lanou, William Salo, George Shalbert, Ron Gobin, Monica Rook. Then comes Gene Chippy, Greg Sargent right there in the 1X. Those are your top 8, followed by Paul LaFon and Chris Stanhope. Single file racing as they come out of turn number 4. Getting up high, that's the 22X of Larry Chippy. Greg Sargent now makes an inside move on the 00 of Gene Chippy. Taking over 7th place. Back to 8th goes Gene Chippy as Chris Stanhope in the number 2 car starts to make his move on the outside. Henry Tutt now opens up a 5-6 car length advantage over the 2nd place car of Joe Lanoux. Joe Lanoux drifts up high, holds position. George Galbert now starts the challenge off the inside with the number 33 BMW. Down the backstretch they go. A 3-car battle for second as Henry Tutt continues to hold a comfortable lead. Down the home stretch, Joe Lanoux on the inside. William Salo rim riding the 4 off the outside, taking over second. It's William Salo second. Back to third goes Joe Lanoux. Then comes George Jalbert. Monica Rook now takes the 21 Mustang to the outside. As car number 7, holy cow, wow. And the 72 goes on fire. Out comes the red flag. Everybody hit the binders and stop. Out comes the red flags. The 72 of Charlie Wheeler catches on fire. We can see him undoing the belts. Charlie Wheeler out of the car. So now we'll have to check with everybody else. Some heavy, hard hits there, especially on the 7 car of Jason Ash. As we check on the 7, our emergency crew is out there with him, seeming to walk away, so everything hopefully will be okay. It's Jason Ash in the 7, Nick Taylor in the 09, the number 34 car of Gordon Cowdery, and we think the 32, we're not sure, of Danny Weld. Man alive. Out comes the green. It's Henry Tutt in the 55. William Salo, car number 4 off the inside. George Jalbert using the inside groove. Takes over third from Joey Lanoux. Gene Chippy in the 0-0. Now up to 5th. Now going after 4th off the inside. It's Gene Chippy in the 0-0 car. Taking over 4th. Back to 5th goes Joe Lanoux. As Monica Rook, car number 21, goes to the inside. Takes over 5th. Henry Tutt in the 55 continues to hold on the lead. George Jalbert starts to wind up that 33 BMW, but the number 4 of William Salo now comes through off the inside. George Jalbert even lower. But William Salo holds on the lead. George Jalbert next. And Gene Chippy, a great move by her, up to third in the 0-0. Down the backstretch they go. William Salo in the number 4. George Jalbert second. Gene Chippy third. Henry Tutt, your earlier leader, now running 4th. Car number 55. Monica Rook, Paul LaPont, as Chris Stanhope takes the number 2 Mustang to the outside of Ron Gobin. The 1X of Greg Sargent goes around off of turn number 2. He keeps it fired up and rejoins the back of the pack. Chris Stanhope, car number 2, spins off of turn number 4 and sits there. Out comes the yellow. Down to 17 cars as William Salo and George Jalbert look for the restart. Off of turn 4, the green flag flies. William Salo in the number 4, but look at George Jalbert in the 33 as he winds up the BMW. Goes up into turns 3 and 4. William Salo on the outside, trying to hold on the lead, but George Jalbert in the number 33. Now takes it away from him as they momentarily hook, but free themselves and keep on racing. George Jalbert in the 33. William Salo, the 00, Gene Chippy. Henry Tutt back up the fourth with the number 55. Followed by Monica Rook and Beef Alexander. The number 4 car, William Salo, slows up mysteriously. Now gets power again. Coming out of turn number 4. It's George Jalbert, William Salo, Gene Chippy, Henry Tutt, Beef Alexander, Monica Rook. Off of turn number 2 they come, down the backstretch. It's George Jalbert now starting to pull away from the field. William Salo second, Gene Chippy third in the 00. Then comes Beef Alexander, Henry Tutt, Monica Rook, Paul LaFont, the 22, Larry Shippey Jr. Car number 48 of Kirby Hazen, the number 6 car of Wayne Eldridge. The battle now for second and third as William Salo pushes up high. Gene Chippy takes advantage, goes down low as we have a jam session off of turn 4. But everybody fires up and keeps on racing. The battle now for second as George Jalbert checks out. We have 5 cars battling for second. Gene Chippy, the 44 of Beef Alexander, William Salo, Monica Rook, and Henry Tutt. Down the back stretch they go. It's all George Jalbert. Eyes are back here for second as William Salo now tips to the outside of the number 00 car. It's Gene Chippy now riding the 4 high. Gene Chippy holding on to position in the 00. Beef Alexander now to the inside with a 44, trying to challenge the number 4. We take him 3 wide as Beef Alexander now gets down low, takes over second from Gene Chippy. William Salo on the outside, tries for third. Down the back stretch they go. George Jalbert, the number 33, now coming on to some lap traffic. It's Beef Alexander second. Eyes are on the battle for third. Gene Chippy and William Salo right there. Monica Rook and Kirby Hazen now joins the battle with the number 48 car. It's the 33, the lead car, having trouble getting around the 94 Pinto. Holy cow, look at this battle for third. Monica Rook trying to get underneath the 00, Gene Chippy. Gene Chippy pushing up high, going for a ride on the Claremont cushion, the 48 of Kirby Hazen. What a battle for third. It's Gene Chippy, William Salo, Monica Rook, Wayne Eldridge, and the 48 of Kirby Hazen. 5 cars battling for third. Down the back stretch they go. William Salo now gets underneath Gene Chippy. Gene Chippy tries to close the door. Down the home stretch they come. It's William Salo now getting underneath Gene Chippy. Gene Chippy back to fourth. William Salo up to third. Looking for racing room. Threading the needle. Holy cow. Look at that. Number 6 car. Taking over third. The BMW up to third. That's Wayne Eldridge. Car number 33, George Jalbert, holding on to a big lead. The second place car, the 44 of Beef Alexander, trying to get around the lapper of the number 94 of Rick Lambert. The battle now for fourth as William Salo continues to work on Gene Chippy 00. It's 28 laps, 2 to go. William Salo now to the inside of Gene Chippy. Gene Chippy keeps the pedal to the metal with the number 00. William Salo now goes up high as contact is made. Gene Chippy up into the Claremont cushion, and out comes the yellow. Out comes the yellow as Gene Chippy ran out of racetrack, and the 00 got up into the Claremont cushion. George Jalbert picks up the pace, the shake of the green, and we look for green-white checker. George Jalbert winds up the number 33 BMW. Down the backstretch, Beef Alexander tries to put his mark on the 33. George Shalbert closes the door. The white flag flies. We've got one more to go. George Shalbert, Beef Alexander, Wayne Eldridge, car number 6, now winds that car up. Then comes Monica Rook down the backstretch. It's the number 6 looking for one more position. Off of turn number 4 they come. The checkers fly. Your winner is George Shalbert. Okay, don't forget, we do have the non-qualifier 10-lap race immediately following this race for the minis. But thank you everybody for coming tonight. It's been a long evening, but boy, we sure got raced out tonight. Wall-to-wall racing. Don't forget, next week it's the 100-lap Pro Stock race. The T-Bird Citgo Mini Mart Pro Stock 100 next week, along with a full race card of modifieds, late models, streeters, and the minis. Okay, shut it down. And your winner